Feel Good Friday, Jake. Got a little James Brown to start it off. Feel Good Friday. I feel good. That just made sense to me when I thought about it. Did it make sense to you? How you doing? Did it get you going? Are you excited? Are you happy? Jake's in Denver. We're at 7:13 in the morning.
It shut me down. It was a bad song pick.
For real?
No, it's class all-timer.
All-timer. It's a great song.
The King of Funk.
we just learned that he's not the King of Funk.
So shout out to, who was it, George Clinton?
Yeah, George Clinton's King of Funk, apparently, according to Google. James Brown. But I thought James Brown was the King of Funk. But whatever.
King of Soul. King of Soul. That sounds right.
Yeah, but he did do some funk music, make it funky. Whatever. I don't
Funky,
I don't know a lot about James Brown, to be honest. My history on James Brown's not up there. I'm just waiting for Monday's episode when we go back to Mid-Atlantic Monday and I can play Bruce and Billy Joel again.
Oh my God! I just spilled a weird amount of coffee on my phone.
Good start to the Friday show. How you doing?
Friday.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I got a little silly hangover going. There's a extended college friend in town. Grabbed a beer sandwich or two with them, and then yeah, and it worked out. I don't get the NFL Network, so I got to catch a little bit of the football. That's like, so it's basically a business trip.
Lucky you.
Kinda. And yeah, I'm feeling good. Looking forward to, I think, a quietish weekend. Probably do something Halloween-y tomorrow.
I'm carving pumpkins tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, remember when we carved pumpkins together? What should I carve?
Kind of.
What should I carve? I got a big pumpkin, so I got the open space.
Are you good? I forget. Like, what did you do?
Well, last time I did Jake Sucks.
Oh, right.
Which came out good.
Came out good, not great.
Yeah,
better.
I messed up the A in Jake.
My name is one letter away from being a big joke.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't
know.
Throw some pumpkin carving ideas at me before the
Twitter.
afternoon comes, because I got to go to my cousin's house for a pumpkin carving competition, and Katie's got to work, so I'm going to be a one-man team. But I got the surface area. What should I carve?
You don't want her getting in your way.
If I was really good, I'd carve Tanaka's face. But when the people do the carvings with the shading and like different lights coming through, it's like, get away from me.
Yeah, that's a lot. I've got one buddy who's like, he's like too hardcore into pumpkin stuff.
Who?
Brian the dentist. He's a friend from Denver.
I don't know him.
He I mean, it's kind of not a shocker, but he does like he'll do like intense pumpkin teeth. Dentist.
That's funny. I bet he counts out the number of teeth to make sure they're proper.
It's accurate.
Yeah.
It's accurate pumpkin teeth.
Imagine a pumpkin with human teeth. Usually you give him like the spikes, some missing spots. Like this guy's just giving him perfect human teeth.
Perfect. well enameled.
Hey, Brian, you're a dentist, huh? That's what you'd say when you saw his pumpkin. You really are a dentist.
You are. He loves teeth. I give him all the credit in the world. Loves teeth.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sports-wise, there's not much going on this Friday. We didn't have many local games. The Rangers lost to the Blackhawks 4-1 in a game that is pretty frustrating. The Rangers just really can't score. The other day, Zibby and Zook put in 2 goals each, and they just can't put pucks in the net. They can't finish. It was
a big part of hockey.
It was 2-1 going in, like 5 minutes left in the third, and Henrique made a nice save, and then went 3-1, and then Blackhawks are good though, so whatever.
Are they gonna like trade Henrique this year? How deep are you into Rangerland?
Not that deep, but from what I've read, they're not going to trade him, but they have another goalie, not the backup, not Georgiev or whatever.
Right.
There's another goalie that's primed to come up like next year and split time with Henrique.
Okay, so there will be a passing of the torch. It's probably not this year.
Yeah. Henrique it's so stupid how handsome he looks just sitting on the bench and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like all time.
Yeah. It's
like any sport.
I know. I think he's the most handsome guy to ever like sit on a bench during a sport.
Because no, it's pretty insane. I feel like I'm blanking on another player right now. Like Tom Brady, always a handsome guy, but his like on the bench look, it looks like he's playing sports. Like he's got grass on his face and he's yelling and that stuff. Like King Henry looks GQ the whole time.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's in the middle of the game.
There's another player that I feel like I'm missing right now that's just like always hot boy. Got to be a quarterback or something, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Andrew Luck.
Oh, my God. Don't get me started on Luck. He might be my least favorite athlete.
He's having a good year, isn't he?
Yeah, he's playing decent. Dude, his quotes just are paralyzing to me.
Why? Give me one.
Like, he just has the nerdiest interviews in the world. I'm sorry. Like, so bad. It's just corny. It's like I'm too smart to make actual jokes. So I'm just going to land here because I know these won't get me in trouble. And it like hurts my soul a little bit.
Are you describing the Big Bang Theory?
Dude, I'm just telling you. Like, you might have to Google an Andrew Luck interview because it's, like, tragic.
Sounds like do you think is a fan of the Big Bang Theory?
I think he would say it's a brilliant show that's had a great run. Yeah.
Boom.
You keep going. I got to see if I can find a quick Andrew Luck interview for you.
I got nothing else. You want to go to the real news? You're bringing up all the other sports.
No, let me. I'm gonna
dug into
right
Andrew
now.
Luck.
I'll talk some. I'll talk some sports, babe.
Yeah, I got nothing else. I did not watch this NFL game, like promised. Just didn't watch it because I had zero interest in it.
Yeah, so Texans, Dolphins, kind of tough for two teams that are having decent years. Both teams came into the game 4-3. Houston blew them out. They're finally starting to play well. They had a couple duds to start the year, and now they've won 4 straight, something like that. Deshaun Watson had like a Madden game. Know how in Madden, like you don't have enough actual stats, but like the touchdowns are there.
Yeah.
So, like, Deshaun Watson was 16 for 20, 239 yards, but 5 touchdowns.
That doesn't add up.
That's like a full-out Madden game.
So special teams just putting him in, like, really good position?
No, they did. They ran the ball a lot. They had, like, 33 carries, which is unheard of nowadays. And one of their Lamar Miller, Jim, ran for $133 and a touchdown. But, yeah, I think the other story was Will Fuller got hurt. He's fast. Hot takes only. You listening to Luck over there? I sent you the link.
I can't because I'm listening to you.
I'm telling you not to listen to me. You should totally not listen to me. I don't know. I guess the other like sports news, like the Lakers won again.
Dude, I don't want to do a Lakers every day.
Yeah, shocker that they're playing okay. Boston OKC was the other good game of the night. Didn't watch it. My OKC buddies are bummed out. They're 0-4. And it's like a really sad time for them because that's their team. Like, that's their only team. You know what I'm saying?
I get you, but how many NBA teams think they can win the championship this year? Fan bases honestly think they can win the championship this year.
So, honestly, and I mean, this is kind of the beauty of sports. So there's a lot of teams in the East, Jim, because LeBron's gone, and they're just saying, oh, if we get into the finals, and you start doing this mental game, like, all right, well, if Curry and Durant get hurt, we've got a chance, which is kind of really messed up when you think about it. But, they just want a shot. So, like, in the East, you have the Celtics. Toronto got Kawhi. They're all excited. The 76ers think they're young and upcoming. The Bucks have Giannis. I think outside the East, that's that. And then in the West, you just start talking yourself into stuff. Like people think LeBron's an actual like messiah and could do something with the Lakers. People love the Utah Jazz, which is pretty silly. I don't know.
Who's going to be the West Coast Finals? It's going to be Lakers, Golden State?
No. I don't think the Lakers are actually that good. Their team's pretty bad. It's going to be Golden State and probably Houston again. The other sports headline that came out of yesterday was The Rock. So Jimmy Butler Did you follow any of that stuff? Did I make you follow that stuff?
They offered a trade for 4 first-rounders.
Well, yeah, but have you been following the Jimmy Butler story for the past couple weeks?
He's a big meanie, is what I've gathered.
Kind of, but there's some really good twist to it. Like, did I tell you the story when he came back to practice?
No.
So, like, it was set up. He did an interview afterwards, so there was some theatrics after it. But so he told the team trade me. He didn't come in, like, to training camp or anything. So he shows up to his first practice. He takes the last 4 guys on the bench and plays against the other starting 5 and just went to town on them and was screaming at the GM like literally a Cuba Gooding Jr. like show me the money type thing if the GM was sitting first row like watching it. And so he'd like get a bucket against Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins and then he'd yell, "You need me, sign me." and everyone's like, "Yo, what is going on in Minnesota?" So
that's a bad look.
Oh, it's a terrible look. It's a terrible look, but he wants to get paid. That's his prerogative. And Andrew Wiggins is like the softest NBA player ever. He like grabs no rebounds. It's amazing. But yeah, so now they want to trade, or he still wants to trade, but they're trying to ignore it. So Houston offers 4 first-round picks, which I think is Minnesota. Like, what's this really mean? Like, what? I don't think you can even offer that. But they offered him until like 2023 or something like that. And I don't know, it's interesting. People are like, yo, take that. Because I don't think anyone's going to offer you anything. And in like 2023, the Rockets are probably going to be terrible. Like, you just can't predict the NBA. Like, Chris Paul will be way gone. Like, Harden maybe moves on. So that was sports.
Sports, yeah. I'm looking at the headlines, and there's just nothing that really is worth talking about.
Yeah. I get we should have probably eyed like games coming up this weekend. That's what sports shows do.
That's what we do at the end of the show. What are we watching
you're
tonight?
Right. We'll circle back to that.
Let's just go to some fun, silly stories. It's Friday.
Let's talk about the fun stuff.
This is why we need to get
Funky Friday.
This is why we need to get the voicemail line set up so people can leave voicemails when there's no sports talk. And we can do that. So I will get that set up this weekend. I'll give you guys that are listening the number. And if you want to call in and ask questions, I mean, we can also email if you don't like leaving voicemails. I used to be so bad at leaving voicemails. Probably left some of my bosses right after college the worst voicemails that have ever been left. Hey, yeah, so I'm calling just to let you know that I'm going to be late, but I'm on my way. There's traffic. I guess I'll see you soon. That's what I would say. Bad at leaving voicemails.
I've got a quick sports thing for you.
All right.
I'm so bad at I think my voicemails might be worse.
I've gotten better at it, but
my heart starts going like 160 beats per minute. Hey, this is Jake. Sorry, just give me a call back. Well, if you don't, it's okay. I'll talk to you. All right, thanks. Bye.
Yeah.
What was that?
Who
was that?
Every time after I leave a voicemail back when I was like younger and out of college and to my bosses, I'd hang up the phone so dejected. Just be like, you fucking idiot.
You blew it.
What's your last sports thing? Better be good.
It's kind of a question. It's more about us, Jim. What? No, the one sport that I've kind of fallen like out of touch with a little bit, and I can't tell if it's just an old man not following sports more or if you can help me. College football, dude. I used to be like a hardcore college football guy, and now is it just like Saturdays are starting to become like real life Saturdays instead of couch melting Saturdays, so it's like tough to watch. You know, it's tough for me to know Northwestern's backup quarterback, even though I used to know that.
Yeah, definitely like following sports when you're younger is much easier. Now you have a girlfriend and like work Monday through Friday, and you want to do stuff on Saturdays.
Right.
Also, you don't have a team.
That's true. Like, I don't dedicate that 3-hour block to watch.
Yes, because if you have
Notre Dame, and then in that 3-hour block, you pick up the other college football. That's interesting, Jim.
Yeah, okay. If you have a team, you'll be closer. College football is so scattered.
I'm waiting to get recruited. Yeah, and it's pretty wild. It's funny how the heat map works out with the SEC and no NFL teams really there, and they love SEC football. It's really weird.
Yeah. I haven't watched any.
So
college
I need
football.
a team.
Need a team. Go Michigan.
If anyone wants to recruit me,
go Michigan.
You think? Oh yeah, you're half rooting for them because your little brother's Bud's on there.
Yeah. Did you see Michigan and Michigan State? Like that one dude on Michigan threw a temper tantrum. So Michigan State does that thing where they all link arms and walk the length of the field, and the Michigan players were standing in the middle, and like one guy like threw a temper tantrum. I got mad and then started using his cleats to tear up the Michigan State logo in the middle of the field because they like walked past him, linked arms. Whoever that guy on Michigan is, I will make sure to not root for him for a long time if he's going to be in the NFL. What a fucking baby that guy is.
You take a step back and you do one of those like, oh my God, we're getting old, because you realize how dumb that was. But like at the time, like if you were 19 years old on the Michigan football team or Michigan State, and you're like, yo, let's link arms and walk across the field, you're like, yup.
They do that every game, I heard.
I don't know. Either way,
I like the linking arms. I still like that. Like if they do that before every game, that's cool. That's unity. That's a team like thing that you do before every game. Like, all right, let's go. We got to do this. I don't like the guy in Michigan literally acting like a toddler.
I don't know if there's rules about it. Like I think you're supposed to stay on your side of the 50, or I think it's like one of football's few like unwritten rules.
It was,
and so then you have stuff like this happen, and then the Michigan kid's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna swing my leg like a dog and chew up this logo."
Yeah, he's a baby.
Okay, I'm excited to get recruited, man.
For who?
I don't know. Whoever wants me, whoever's listening to this, and our first week listeners, if you give me the right reason to follow college football team, I'm all in. I don't have a team, Jim.
Follow Bama. Go Ducks. Follow the Ducks.
Oh, yeah. I guess I root for the Ducks because of you guys. It's hard. I don't know, Jim. They're almost too cool for me. I need a team that lands at like.
Are they still cool?
Yeah, like they still do the uniforms and they're on the way back. They had a tough loss last week. I think my college football team needs to land between like 10 and 20 every year.
10.
So like they're good, but they're never like a threat.
Why? Why don't you want a good team?
So then that one year they are a threat, I can be like, oh, yes.
Sounds like you're choosing to root for the Oakland A's.
No, man.
Yeah.
I want to win it here and there, but it's got to be magical. It's got to be college football, babe.
So the strength coach does that with the Spartans, and he asked the Michigan players, like, hey, we're going to walk the length of the field. Can you give us 1 second? And those Michigan players refused and then got mad, that one kid. So...
They said no.
I'm fully on Michigan State's side here.
I don't know. Asked for permission and you said no.
I wouldn't do that.
I like it. Give me the fun.
The real news. What's in the news? Here's the real news. This is the news that's real as real. Oh, do you think that people think we're doing a spin-off like fake news? And I hope not.
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I think these are all real stories. I think our imagination would have to be really incredible and detailed to come up with these stories.
No, but you know how like the whole like, media thing right now is like, that's fake news. And I hope that people don't think we're doing a play off that, because I just realized that.
I don't know. No, I think we're doing like this.
This is the real news.
Yeah, this is the real news.
But you wouldn't expect it because, this headline. The French Spiderman is at it again.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read this story?
Yep. No.
Oh. Well, this is basically another guy, and I don't want to do this every week, that's doing something that, like, I'm rooting for death, but not really death, but he climbs buildings with no support, no parachute,
right,
no chain, just chalk, his hands, and he climbs up, like, 300-story buildings. The French Spiderman, he's 57 years old. And it's just, I don't care, but I do care because I don't want, just stop. Why do this? Why be so, like, why do this?
Everyone's got their thing, man, including the French Spiderman. Know what I always think is, so is his name out there, or is he a mystery?
I think his name's out there. It's got to be trespassing what he does. It can't be legal.
Right. I had one of those things kind of happen at my building one time.
Elaine Robert.
Okay. Yeah, dude. One guy like free fell and parachuted, whatever they call it, like off my building. So one night I'm taking the dog out. It's like 11 p.m. and I hear like literally the Batman whoosh noise, and he landed like 10 yards away from me. And then he looked at me and he gave me the shush signal and ran away. And I was like, what do I do now?
Do you just see a robbery? Like the end of like a really cool heist?
Yeah, Ocean's 12.
Okay. The French Spiderman is a super ugly dude, so I kind of like him now.
Okay.
Like he looks like the dude from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Spicoli?
He looks like an ugly French Spicoli.
Okay. What I don't know if this is the same topic, but it's the first thing that came in my head. What are your thoughts on the Banksy artist guy?
No thoughts really.
Okay. I think it's weird that he's like unknown.
Yeah,
or is it like one of those things if you really want to know you can find out, but otherwise it's a catch-22 for me. It's like, wow, how can you go unknown and be a famous artist?
I think he's
also
known.
Like, really? I thought that was the whole thing.
I don't know. I thought he was like a conglomerate of people that was using the name Banksy at first. But
I mean, there
this
has
headline
to be
says
copycats.
Banksy finally breaks silence over identity, and he's not a massive attack musician. But yeah, I don't know. I don't mind Banksy. I think he's pretty subtle.
Yeah, I just think it's almost this is me sounding rude, but like if you were important enough that people would know who you are, I don't know. Is that weird? The Banksy thing throws me off.
Some of his pictures are kind of cool. How he does those stencils and stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It all seems cool.
I like Banksy, but anyone that's a devout fan of Banksy, I don't like. How's that?
Oh, okay. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, because I think people that like follow him and like, oh my god, that's a Banksy piece.
Yeah, that's true. Did you see the new Banksy?
It's the guy that spray paints the fucking cement.
Because there's no artists I follow, so just because this guy is mysterious, I don't really care.
All I got's Norman Rockwell. Love Norman Rockwell stuff.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah, he dead. All right, what story you want? Give me a story.
I'm going. You want to guess which one I'm picking?
Middle school girls.
Okay. Well, no. I'm going with the U.S. military plane accidentally drops Humvee 7 miles from base. And Jim.
In North Carolina.
In North Kakalaki, yeah. The vehicle was prematurely dropped from an Air Force C-17 at about 1 p.m. Dude, talking like you're in the military. That's got to be tough. They said the only damage was several trees. Jim, I got to say, I have no problem with this. I think everyone has a bad day at work. You miss where you're dropping the Humvees by 7 miles. Move on. Nobody died.
That's why you practice doing it. But here's what.
Yeah, exactly. What are we doing out here? It's a dry run.
But I would have loved to have a Humvee come down on my house, because if you don't die, that's that's a lottery ticket.
Rich forever.
Hey, U.S. government, you just dropped a car on my house where I live, and now I can't really live there anymore. So give me all your money. Yeah.
Or just give me regular money, like annually.
Yeah, you see a car falling out of the sky, you're like, come on. Now, would you stand in a one-story house, car is getting dropped on your house, if you survive, you get 10 mil, if you die, you die.
Interesting. Can I track like where it's coming down?
No, there's no.
Okay, so I'm just playing roulette in the house.
Yeah, you got to go by sound. Or you got to try
sound. You're done.
Or you just choose a spot beforehand, like go into a corner. Like, I don't think it's coming in this corner.
You got to pick a corner, right?
Yeah. And you gotta lay some way, like when you're in school and they teach you like a tornado. Well, I don't. You in the Midwest, you have tornado drills, and you're supposed to like put a textbook over the back of your neck, like to protect your neck.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
You got to do something like that, like just in case. But
I guess you just perch up in a corner in like a sprinter stance. Like there's a chance you see it hit your side of the roof and bomb it. Like that's gonna work.
There's zero chance that happens.
Yeah, dead. I'm probably just dead. You probably don't risk it.
For 10 mil?
If I can watch it like from the roof and I can do a little pack like video game type stuff side to side, I think I might go for it.
All right. Each room has a skylight that's like window size though.
Window size skylight.
So it's
I mean,
a whole.
If I can track that bad boy.
So you got to be running room to room, like looking skylight, and then finally you see it out of one, and you're like, "Fuck."
If I could get a practice run, I think I'm in. I need to see how it comes down once, and then I've got it.
If you get hit but don't die, you only get 1 million. You got to be able to walk.
Hit but don't die. You get more money, dog.
No, not in this game that I'm inventing.
Oh, the game you've invented. Okay.
If you walk away unscathed, 10 mil.
Yeah, I mean I think you're a good option. I mean, hit by the Humvee or hit by other materials because you're gonna have part of your roof fall on you and stuff.
That's a good call. Well, I'll talk to the committee.
Like if you get hit by the Humvee, 98% dead.
Yes.
Like unless it landed on my foot.
Okay.
Even then, like you probably die, right? I know nothing about anything.
No, we'll have paramedics on site.
Okay.
Not good paramedics.
No,
because the good paramedics, can patrol the streets and stuff. Not.
They said you guys are idiots.
Do you think like when they make the movie Jackass, they like use all the best paramedics and doctors like on site? And it's like, come on, guys, people, dying on the freeway.
Yeah, these guys are close too.
Yeah, they're doing it. All right, let's talk about these middle school girls who got arrested for plotting to kill classmates and drink their blood. Now, there's so much.
So what did they do wrong?
So, these middle school girls, like 11 and 12 years old, they were missing from class, and this is middle school where they take like strict attendance and pay attention and all that. So the teachers are like, "Where's Allie and Bree?" And then they're like, "Oh, they're missing. They're missing." So they find them in the bathroom. And they're divvying out knives in one stall together. And then they get arrested, and their plan comes forward that like they're doing some witch shit. They were going to kill their classmates and drink their blood. What I'm getting at here, Jake, is there's two fathers out there, if they're in these girls' lives, and mothers that like are really wondering, what's wrong with them that they spawned this. How you be 11-year-olds and they brought big ass knives to school, like the size of 3 pens, and they're going to kill their classmates and drink their blood.
Yeah, that one knife I'm looking at, that's it's like cutting turkey knife. Yeah, man, women don't get enough love or respect in this world, and they should, because that's one of the more scarier, intense plans an 11 or 12-year-old can come with. I don't think boys come up with that plan.
They were waiting for people to come into the bathroom. They were going to go out of the stall and kill them.
So they didn't have an in particular target?
No.
People are frightening. And I hate to hammer the drum on this one, but this is a Florida story, and I'm not shocked.
Central Florida. So the people that are in Florida but can't get to the coasts, like that's where the stories come from.
You're basically torturing yourself.
Yes.
Oh my God.
The plan was to kill at least one student, but we're hoping to kill anywhere from 15 to 25 students. Killing all of the students was in hopes. It would make them worse sinners, ensuring that after they committed suicide, they would go to hell so they could be with Satan. Like, these girls suck. These are the girls that, middle school always has a group of girls that think they're like the horse club and they like ride around fake horses and like love horses and all that. They're the weirdos in middle school. These girls are like that, but 10 times dumber and 10 times more gullible and 10 times worse.
Man, I normally have zero qualms with the internet, but this has to have some serious internet roots for these girls to have some of these thoughts, right?
Why? I don't know. I believe it. Kids are dumb as shit.
Right, but like, I don't know. Kill everybody for Satan? How do you even find out those words as an 11-year-old?
They probably watched Carrie by Stephen King, then watched the Salem witchcraft trials, or are reading The Crucible in school right now, and got some ideas.
See, that's where I'm spinning off the internet. I think they dug for these these thoughts. Detectives say the girls devised the plot while watching scary movies at one of their houses over the weekend. God, just stop.
Yeah,
Get these girls. Send these girls somewhere. We don't talk about politics, but if you do something this crazy, like start over. Go have like a spot in northern Canada, and you get a 5-year trial to see if you can become like a good human for society.
12-year-old Jake. Is he turned on? Is he like into these girls now?
I'm intrigued. Definitely intrigued, but I don't know, man. That's a lot. It's a lot to take on.
They should be not allowed back with people for a long time.
It's kind of funny that those kids are going to have some good jokes in like 8 years.
Maybe.
Be like, yeah, you know what girl's a freak, man? Remember those two that thought they were gonna kill everyone and drink their blood? Yeah.
I'm just saying, if these are your kids, you did a terrible job as parents, and like, you should feel so bad that you endangered society.
What if they were like regular scary movies? Now I'm scared.
They were probably watching. I said Carrie and The Crucible. I gave you the movies.
I know, but you're guessing, and I know the Carrie blood scene.
Yeah, and Crucible's the witchcraft.
I mean, when are you going to let your kids watch scary movies?
Oh, whenever, because I'm also going to, talk with my kids and make sure they're fucking normal.
Right, that's true.
I watched scary movies when I was in 6th grade.
That's what I always come in with the assumption, like, maybe these girls were normal, but no, they had to be freaking nuts.
Yeah, they're really dumb.
That sucks.
All right, give me another story.
Administrators found them in the bathroom. The girls had 4 knives, a pizza cutter, a knife sharpener.
Imagine if you're the one that tries to get, they try to get you with the pizza cutter.
Let's open up with the pizza cutter just in case this thing backfires. We could just say it's a prank or something.
Pizza cutter might feel good for a second, like rolling on your back, getting some itches out.
Oh, that's good. Oh, popped a pimple.
Yeah.
Dude, I am not happy with these girls.
Neither is society.
I get the second to last pick in the draft. A story that if the world doesn't know, then I feel like I'd be doing them a disservice. The woman who created the green bean casserole has died.
Is it mean that I laughed so loud when I read this headline?
Yes. I was thinking we just go silent for the next 10 minutes.
It's just such a silly headline. Like, give her a name. let me know what else she's done. I didn't know that a woman invented the green bean casserole. Like, I didn't know that's how a lot of meals happened. The story is she worked at Campbell's Soup Factory and just put green beans in a pan and then put Campbell's creamy soup over it. And that's green bean casserole. But, I mean, just the headline. The woman who created the green bean casseroles died. Like, everyone should know who that is because we didn't tell you her name and care. But, yeah, she's dead. Good job.
Know why they didn't say her name?
What is it?
Did you see her first name?
Gretchen Wiener.
Her first name is Dorcas. Dorcas.
Dorcas?
Dorcas. 92 years old.
She lived a great life, dude. She invented the green bean casserole, which I've never even had. Do you like green bean casserole?
I like some. It's totally one of those foods that you can turn up the gross and unhealthy meter to like such a crazy degree. And like when you serve me one of those, I like it because this tastes better because there's more cheese, butter, and tasty stuff instead of green beans. Also, green beans aren't bad. Green beans get a bad rap.
Yeah, they're fine. My mom used to make this vegetable casserole on Thanksgiving and stuff, and I've banned it because the gas it would give you was ungodly. Like trying to fall asleep here, but I can't.
2002, she donated the original recipe card to the National Inventors Hall of Fame. Where's that, Jim? That feels like a field day for you.
The National Inventors Hall of Fame, you want to go?
Kinda, dude. Where is this?
Okay, Jake and I are going to plan a trip right now to the National Inventors Hall of Fame. I didn't know that such thing. Like, what's the best invention of all time? The internet? Changed the world.
It's got to be up there, yeah. Apparently, this is a legit thing. It's like in D.C., basically, Arlington.
I don't want to go to.
How have I never heard of this?
Well, because it's the Invention Hall of Fame. Who I don't know how many people have. How many people listening to the show do you think have heard of this?
I don't know. The website's got me persuaded.
It looks prestigious.
I was looking for like a when we were created, and doesn't say that on the website.
It's in Ohio.
No, dude. Their headquarters are in Ohio. The location of the Hall of Fame Museum is Alexandria, Virginia.
Oh.
So the fact they have two locations, kind of crazy.
What's so like? Okay, TiVo, the internet,
you're going full tech,
the wheel.
Dude, I bet this place is actually a blast, right?
Steam, using steam power.
What's it called when you do things in time order, chronological order?
Yeah.
Like, that would be cool if they have it set it up that way, which you have to assume they do, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be some weird ones. Like the guy who invented that you dip the end of your shoelace into that little wicker thing is like a billionaire because he patented that.
Right.
You know what I found out the other day? That if your brand becomes synonymous, like becomes a verb, and it's so big, you lose the patent on the name. So, for example, dumpster was the name of the best receptacle bin producer. And then because the word dumpster changed from the brand of these specific garbage bins and everything's just called dumpsters, that company lost their copyright or whatever, their brand. Because it's just like the whole world uses it.
Yeah, I guess there must be a financial point where things are okay with that. What's the best example from today? Q-tips?
Dumpster's still pretty out there.
Right, but I'm saying it's like retired.
Google.
Like aren't Q-tips actually called Q-tips or something like that?
I don't know. Kleenex, Q-tips, tissues is a brand.
Kleenex is up there.
But Google. That's why if you say let's Google it, it's becoming a word. But
right.
But I don't know. But the other one I heard is that's why Adobe doesn't like when people say, "Oh, can you just Photoshop this?" Because they don't want to lose the branding of that name.
Oh, shoot. That's one of my favorite jokes, too.
Saying something.
Anytime someone posts a picture of me that looks silly, just say, wow, getting really good with Photoshop, huh?
Yeah.
Just an easy quick hitter.
You're the funniest.
Dude, last night I was out of control.
Yeah? Why?
I just went like full stand-up routine entertainer, Jake. And like don't know why. Know what it was? So the friend from college that was visiting, Allison. So I knew, she's silly, and I mean I rarely see her. So like if I do something too far over the top, it's not like, okay, like sorry about it. In 3 years you're not going to care if I, spill my beer on my pants and pretend I peed my pants. And I was with a crew of her coworkers, and like them, they know I'm friends with Allison. I'm never going to see them again. So I just went full nut job.
Nice. Why don't you bring it to the show?
I'm trying to. I think I'm too comfortable with you. Fire yourself.
You're too comfortable so you don't make jokes.
Yeah. Robin Williams.
Oh. Robin Williams, the Mrs. Doubtfire crew had a a get together. The 3 kids and the stepdad, Stu Pierce Bronson.
How are the kids looking?
The same. I always had a crush on the oldest daughter because she was from Newsies.
Sure.
Or no. I think maybe, yeah. Ms. Doubtfire.
Hello.
Ms. Doubtfire's hilarious. Well, we're
movie.
suckers for Robin Williams.
Yeah, I might have to watch that again.
All right, Twitter question of the day. I just posted on Twitter to get more of these. We had a few come in. But, yeah, let's bump up the engagement. If you're listening, tweet us in, email us, talkingyanks@gmail.com. Get some questions. But this is the one I'm going with today, Jake. It's from Austin, Lost in Space. That's so funny. At Lost in Space. I get it, because his name is Austin. Loston.
Yeah, you got it.
I totally picked up on that. What would be the worst thing to hear as you were going under anesthesia before surgery? The worst thing that an anesthesia person can say to you before you go under is like, goodbye forever, you're dead now.
Yeah, you're dead. Like, I think people expect like a silly answer, like, "Oh, I'm gonna wear you like a sock puppet." Like, no, like you're about to die.
This is the last moment of your life.
Okay.
But we're so petrified of death. So like, what if you would?
My one time I went under, like, wasn't it? Like, it was okay. Like, I wasn't freaked out. The only problem was one of my friends growing up, dad, was the orthodontist, and he was doing something with like my back teeth,
fixing them,
or no,
hurt,
I forget,
removing
is he
them,
the dentist?
smashing
no,
them.
He's the dentist. Excuse me. So he was pulling out my wisdom teeth, and one of the tooths like chipped, and like there's just a little piece of chip like hanging out in my tooth hole.
Yeah, you used to chew on rocks.
I hate using the scientific terms, but there's a chunk of tooth in my tooth hole. And so he had to wake me up to like get in there. And so now like I wake up from death, like you say, the sunken place.
I said don't say
I
that.
come to, and I, things I didn't think I'd say on air in the first week, but I've got my friend's dad in my mouth. And he's digging in my tooth hole for that tooth chip. And I still don't know if to this day. I think he had to, I think I needed to be awake because he had to tell if I was like gagging. So, okay, wake up, friend's dad in my mouth, digging back there, and says, "Oh, I need you awake so you could tell me if you're dying." A what? I feel like we've broken standard operating procedure.
Also, you're rock hard right now. What's going on with that?
If you could, just seems you're using your wiener when you should be using dentist tools.
We've put you under, but you just continue to have an erection, and we're gonna need you to stop that so I could get this out of your mouth, please.
This just seems really off the books, Doc.
Dentist stuff sucks. My dentist in Connecticut used to never put enough Novocaine, and then he'd be drilling away or whatever, and it would like hurt like a motherfucker, like that really sharp, quick. I'm like, ah, and then like it happened a lot, and then he'd be like, I need more, and I was like, let's remember this for next time. Put it in your folder. Jimmy needs a lot of Novocaine.
More Novocaine, please.
Yeah. I once had a dentist tell me how strong my tongues were because I spit out all her stuff. Because my tongue is super strong because I didn't know how to talk when I was little. I left the classroom, Jake, and went to a trailer outside and just crushed R sounds for an hour straight. R.
Did you like that stuff back in the day? Was it kind of fun?
Yeah, because I didn't know that like I was such a loser.
Right.
I looked down on all the people that had lisps because I was the only one that had R's.
Right.
And I've always been like,
Can you believe I'm in the class with all these lisp people?
For real, I was like 8 years old and I had such this weird sense of like I'm better than you guys. I can do my fucking S's.
Yeah, sure you guys can crush R, but like don't care.
Yeah, I just can't say R. So then I'd have to put a spoon on my tongue and hold it down, and then like my mom would hold it down and I'd have to fight it off, like push it out of my mouth. I had a really weak tongue. So anyway, I had 2 dentists growing up. They're like, you have a really strong tongue. It's like, yeah.
Nice.
Used to.
Was that a really good feeling?
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
heard
It's
that?
like, oh, it wasn't all for naught. Also, I can talk now.
Win-win.
Win-win. Otherwise, you're our friend in high school who didn't get that fixed, and then you're an adult saying whale woad.
Tough.
Since the invention of the whale. It's a good story. It's a good story.
Good stuff.
You got anything else? So the worst thing an anesthesiologist could say before you go under is, this is the end, you're dying.
You're going to die right now.
Yeah.
No thanks.
You think we're fixing your teeth?
No.
This is the end.
That would suck, man.
Y-
What a trap.
Yeah. I'm terrified of death.
We all are.
Nah.
We're just the first to admit it.
All right, what else we got going on today? I got a 6-pack cinema episode. If you're into Hollywood headlines, stuff like that, new trailers, new movies that came out, some good headlines. There's some interesting stuff going on. I won't say it here because then it'll take it away from that episode.
Yeah.
There's Scorsese and Leo are teaming up for another movie that sounds awesome.
Oh, my God.
Is that your natural reaction?
Yeah.
All right, I think we got to end the show. I think in the future I want to do voicemails or something to pep up the Friday shows.
What are you watching, babe?
I'm
What
watching
are you watching this weekend?
this weekend. I'm watching the World Series and Making a Murderer because I got to finish that and whatever sports. I guess I'm going to watch the Giants game whenever they're playing, and I'll put on whatever other games are around or watch highlights. But I don't let sports dictate my weekends anymore because I'm too old for that. You know,
Dictates your week, yeah.
my girlfriend and my family dictates my weekend.
Loser.
Yeah, right. Life. I mean, I probably have to do some chores too. It's like, what the fuck? Giants Redskins, huh? Who cares? I got to watch this because now we're doing Giant stuff and all that. But yeah, Giants Redskins, don't really care. World Series, I don't know, man. If Game 3 goes the same way Games 1 and 2, that's so angry and jealous.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting because the Dodgers have the guy who's been their best pitcher, Walker Buehler, going. They're in LA. They're going to be using their lefty good hitters. Another shocker there. So if they win this game, then it's like all on Game 4. Then Game 4 turns into, is this actually going to be a series or is this not going to be a series? But I mean, again, Boston, they just, the train is like out of the station, and if the Dodgers make one mistake in Game 3, like the series is over.
Yeah. Yes. The Knicks
Like
only have one game this weekend,
Yeah.
and it's versus the Warriors. And
It's tonight, right?
Yeah, it's tonight. They have no game Saturday and Sunday. I don't understand NHL or NBA scheduling, but I guess they don't want to compete with. Well, no, they shouldn't worry about that. Anyway, how much do you think the Warriors are favored by right as of now?
It's in New York. I'm going to say the Warriors are favored by 12.
You're looking. That's spot on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Nice. I was going to say 11, and then I went for it. Cool.
Wow. And then the Rangers, they don't play today. They don't play Saturday. They play Sunday. They play the LA Kings, both playing California teams.
Nice. Yeah, I'd really like to watch, again, trying to get back into college football. Florida versus Georgia, the world's largest tea party. Like, I'd like to watch that at 1:30 on Saturday, but it almost seems like zero chance.
1:30 on Saturday? Yeah, no way.
Yeah. NFL, any games that jump out. The Sunday night game, New Orleans, Minnesota. Classic offense-defense game, Jim.
I know this is the opposite of like probably what our audience thinks and stuff like that. The moment I broke away from needing to sit down and watch Red Zone and every football game, like watch the 1 o'clock games, watch 4 o'clock games, watch the Sunday night game, because I did that for like 4 years. Well, college and then 4 years after college. The moment I broke away from like that restriction in my brain, like I need to do this, so freeing because the NFL. I like my teams, and I like the good games that are big, like when it was Packers 49ers close game at the end. But sometimes, like, just watching like all those 1 o'clock games, so much bad football going on.
Yeah, I think how the most underrated thing about the NFL is how popular fantasy football is. Like, there are people that live for fantasy football, and it brings, like, so many offices together across the country. And, like, for a lot of people, it's almost like their one sports thing they do. Like, oh, yeah, I'll play fantasy football.
Yeah, and not as a knock. It's just the easiest to follow and everything. Like, football is
Right,
the
and
easiest to be a casual fan.
You have to do one thing a week, if that. Oh, God, we got another London game. Sweet. Yeah, man, it's insane, and I've tried to get more attached because for me, there's no middle area for fantasy football. Like, I either need to be like red zone tuned in, or I need to be like set my lineup, don't look at it until the 1 o'clock games are done.
Yeah, I found myself in a middle ground where it wasn't. I'm out of fantasy football because I didn't care at all, but I think I might be out of fantasy baseball because those last years doing Yankee stuff, I just didn't. It wasn't in the top 3 things my mind went to. And back in the day, it was like top 1. Wake up. Who the pitchers? Who are the free agents? Let's get some streamers. All that. Now it feels like a little bit of a burden. I feel like you feel like you're doing the league a disservice because we have a pretty competitive league, and it's like I haven't been doing much.
Batter versus pitcher numbers.
Love BVP. But let's end the show. Everyone go enjoy your weekend. The first week of Jomboy and Jake Radio is in the books. If you listened and if you enjoyed, download it, subscribe, rate, review, tell your friends. Say they do stuff. And we're always looking for suggestions for songs, intro and outro. We'll take user suggestions for stories, for everything. Whatever you guys think this show needs, let us know. Be glad to do it. Unless we think it's a terrible idea, then we won't. Simple as that. Got a new logo coming up because the listener made us new logos, and one of them they're good. All right.